10 places I advise you to visit if he goes to Morocco. Merzouga. For a sample of something else, head out to the edge of the Saharan sandhills to a zone known as Ergchebi. Here, you'll discover Merzouga, an unassuming community offering a legitimate encounter of Bedouin life. The most ideal approach to investigate the emotional normal environmental factors of Merzouga is on camelback or jeep. It's a genuinely life-changing experience and perhaps the best spot in Morocco to visit on the off chance that you need a desert experience. In the event that it was sufficient for Jimi Hendrix and Bob Marley, it's adequate for us. Essaouira is a little shoreline town which has been broadly mainstream with some large names. You can in any case observe bright paintings and recognitions for these music legends in the town today. Essaouira is a little however excellent waterfront town with an interesting harbor, ideal for getting away from the pressure of day-by-day life. Despite the fact that a reasonable hardly any Moroccan urban areas have proceeded at plain capital throughout the long term, Fes dealt with the hold the title for a noteworthy 400 of them. It's a medieval city overflowing with noteworthy structures and is captivating to investigate by walking. Once here, try to investigate the 9th century walled town of Fes El Bali and the Marinid tombs, as well. They're absolutely dazzling. 7. Meknes. This walled magnificent city was Morocco's capital in the 17th century when the nation was administered by Sultan Moulay. Rulers' catacomb is still set up as one of the incredible attractions in the city today. The vibe of Meknes is very laid back in contrast with Rabat and Marrakesh, so it's a decent alternative in case you're searching for a more loosened up Moroccan city break. It's likewise an incredible base for visiting the remains of Volubilis, an interesting and mostly exhumed Berber, Roman city considered the capital of ancient Mauritania. 6. Chefchaouen. This humble community in the Rif Mountains is celebrated for its interesting blue-painted houses, which give it an emphatically dreamlike look and feel. In case you're hoping to investigate the characteristic side of Morocco from a socialized base, Chefchaouen is the ideal spot to do as such. You'll have a perspective on the mountains from the finish of practically every road, except if that isn't sufficient, you can likewise go climbing or wild swimming close by. It's effectively probably the best spot in Morocco to see that is quite notorious. You can frequently tell whether a spot merits visiting by observing whether local people waste time with it or not. Since Isla is hugely mainstream with Moroccan holidaymakers, it's very a sure thing as an extraordinary spot to visit. There's likewise a stack of Portuguese history that goes back to the 15th century, as well. Truly, from the striking white painted structures to its wonderful coastline and the beautiful paintings embellishing the city dividers, Isla is one of the unmissable yet oftentimes disregarded gems of Morocco. The most intriguing thing about this fishing town in the southwest of Morocco is its Spanish legacy. Curiously, Sidi Ifni wasn't initially a Spanish area, and hints of this are as yet noticeable today. While it's moderately little and not as stuffed with attractions as the huge urban communities, Sidi Ifni is warm lasting through the year, the climate is well disposed and peppy, and the seashores are completely excellent. It's probably the best spot in Morocco for a somewhat loosened up escape, particularly at the notable Lake Zaire beach. Park and Jebel Khal. At a tallness of 4,167 meters, the climb to the pinnacle of Jebel Khal is in no way, shape or form a delicate walk. That being stated, they do say that no good thing comes simple. Truly, this will never feel as evident as when you're appreciating the view from the most elevated purpose of the Atlas Mountains. In the event that you don't figure you can make it to the top, the recreation center itself is incredibly delightful to investigate. At just 70 kilometers from Marrakesh, it's a splendid spot to recoup from the rushing about of the city. It truly is perhaps the best spot in Morocco to visit, in any event, for a road trip from Marrakesh to Marrakesh. This is the most well-known of the parcel and presumably your door into needing to see much a greater amount of Morocco. Visiting Marrakesh resembles an assault on the faculties. It's dynamic, bright, memorable and absolutely stunning to visit. The city's notable old town must be portrayed as an ambush on the faculties, in the most ideal way. Additionally, the sense of flavors, food and here and there the tanneries are unpreventable. For a genuine encounter, grasp the disarray and remain inside the city dividers in a customary riad and go out on the town to shop in the labyrinth-like souks, as well. Goodness, and make certain to investigate Bahia Palace, it's probably the best spot in Morocco to visit. 1. Rabat. We should begin with the capital. Like most capital urban communities, Rabat is a famous vacationer location. It has two unmistakable primary regions, the New Town and the Old Town. The New Town is the ideal spot to do some shopping and appreciate the warm climate at the city's outdoors bars and bistros. For a busier and more recorded vibe, the Old Town is stuffed with ordinary Moroccan souks, advertises, and is an incredible spot to investigate, locate some astounding deals and benefit some good old people viewing. Goodness, and try to visit Cella and investigate a portion of the old Roman vestiges. It's shocking,